Folic acid is a water-soluble B-complex vitamin. The word folium means leaf, and folic acid is derived from this Latin word. So this folic acid is abundantly available in green leafy vegetable, and it is derived initially from the leaf. The function of folic acid is for one carbon metabolism, and this one carbon metabolism is required for synthesis of amino acids, purines and pyrimidines, that is thymine. The coenzyme form of folic acid is tetrahydrofolate. This is formed by action of dihydrofolate reductase. NADPH is hydrogen donor. It will form dihydrofolate first, and then again acted upon by dihydrofolate reductase to form tetrahydrofolate. The structure of folic acid is, there is a pteridine ring, there is para-amino benzoic acid, and there is glutamic acid. The number of glutamic acid can vary from 1 to 7. In case of tetrahydrofolate, the hydrogen atoms are present at position 5, 6, 7, 8. There occur removal of double bond, and here there are hydrogen atoms. This folic acid is involved in transport of one carbon, and one carbon's units are methylene. So the compound form is tetrahydrofolate. Methylene is this group, double bond CH2. This methylene is attached at this N5 and N10. So it is called as N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate. Likewise, N5N10 methynyl tetrahydrofolate, then N5-formyl tetrahydrofolate, as well as N10-formyl tetrahydrofolate, CHO group, then N5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, CH3 group, and N5-formimino tetrahydrofolate, CHNH. Let us discuss the reaction that generate one carbon unit. The first reaction, serine, is converted to glycine with the help of serine hydroxymethyl transferase. In this reaction, tetrahydrofolate is converted to N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate, and it is the major source of one carbon pool. Then glycine is converted into ammonia and carbon dioxide in presence of glycine cleavage system. Again, tetrahydrofolate is converted into N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate. Histidine, during its metabolism, form aminoglutamate. This is converted to glutamate with the help of glutamate formiminotransferase. In this reaction, tetrahydrofolate is converted into formiminotetrahydrofolate. Tryptophan, acted upon during its metabolism, is converted to formylkynurenine, with the help of kynurenine formidase, and formate group is released. Similarly, glycine, which is converted to glyoxylate, is converted into formate. These contribute for formyl tetrahydrofolate, and choline and betaine contributes for methyl tetrahydrofolate. Now coming to the reactions in which one carbon unit is utilized. The first and important reaction is homocysteine is converted into methionine with the help of homocysteine methyl transferase. The methyl group is contributed by methylcobalamin, which is converted into cobalamin, and this cobalamin is converted into methylcobalamin with the help of methyl tetrahydrofolate, which is converted into tetrahydrofolate. Second important reaction is deoxyuridylate is converted into thymidylate. In presence of thymidylate synthase, and one carbon unit is contributed by N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate, which is converted into dihydrofolate, which is then reduced with dihydrofolate reductase to form tetrahydrofolate. This thymidylate synthesis is important for synthesis of DNA. Then in purine synthesis, glycinamide ribosyl 5-phosphate in presence of formyl transferase one carbon donor is N5N10 methynyl tetrahydrofolate, which is converted into tetrahydrofolate, and the glycinamide ribosyl 5-phosphate is converted into formyl glycinamide ribosyl 5-phosphate. This contributes for C8 of purine. And last reaction is aminoimidazole carboxamide ribosyl 5-phosphate acted upon by formyl transferase is converted into imidazole carboxamide ribosyl 5-phosphate. The one carbon donor is N10 formyl tetrahydrofolate, which is converted into tetrahydrofolate, and this contributes for carbon 2 of purine. Now, having seen how these tetrahydrofolate are formed and how they are being utilized, let us see one carbon metabolism. To start with, we will start with tetrahydrofolate. This tetrahydrofolate can be converted into N5, N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate. This is converted into N5, N10 methenyl tetrahydrofolate, and this can be converted into formyl tetrahydrofolate. These forms are interconvertible. So tetrahydrofolate is formed when serine is converted to glycine or glycine is cleaved. Also, choline and betaine contribute for this. Utilization of this methylene tetrahydrofolate, as we have already seen, for the formation of serine, there can be formation of glycine, reversal of these synthesis reactions. Then there occur with the help of tetrahydrofolate reductase, methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase, which is a flavoprotein. FADH2 is converted to FAD, and this is converted to methyl tetrahydrofolate. The most of the circulating form is in this methyl tetrahydrofolate. This is irreversible reaction. So methylene tetrahydrofolate cannot be formed from methyl tetrahydrofolate. So, and this is circulating or storage form of tetrahydrofolate. The only reaction which can convert this methyl tetrahydrofolate into tetrahydrofolate is conversion of homocysteine to methionine, and this reaction requires methylcobalamin. So this reaction is blocked in vitamin B12 deficiency, and as methyl tetrafolate cannot be converted into tetrafolate, tetrafolate is trapped as methyl tetrafolate. So functionally, this tetrahydrofolate is not available, and hence it is called as folate trap. This is functional folate deficiency. N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate is also required for thymidine monophosphate, which is essential for synthesis of DNA. Then, by action of dehydrogenase, this N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate is converted into N5N10 methenyl tetrahydrofolate. This N5N10 methenyl tetrahydrofolate can also be formed from formimino tetrahydrofolate, which is formed during histidine metabolism. N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate contributes for C8 of purine. It can be converted to formyl tetrahydrofolate, and formyl tetrahydrofolate can also be formed from formate which are formed during tryptophan and glycine metabolism. This formyl tetrahydrofolate is required for formation of formyl methionine, which is required for synthesis of tRNA formyl methionine, and that is required for initiation of protein biosynthesis. Then this formyl tetrahydrofolate is also required for carbon 2 of purine, and when in excess, this formyl tetrahydrofolate gives out carbon dioxide, thereby tetrahydrofolate can be released. These reactions are called as one carbon pool. Apart from these reactions and these fractions, there are other fractions of one carbon. The most oxidized is CO2, which is transferred with the help of biotin, and this methyl fraction of one carbon is transferred with tetrahydrofolate along with vitamin B12, and S-adenosyl methionine is also a transporter of this methyl fragment. Recommended dietary allowances are, for adults it is 200 microgram per day, and in case of pregnancy and lactation it is 400 microgram per day. Sources, as word folic acid itself come from folium, that means leaf. The sources are green leafy vegetables, cereals, yeast. Also it is present in animal foods like liver, meat, kidney, eggs, etc. As it is amply present, there should not be deficiency of folic acid, but folic acid deficiency is commonly seen. And what are the causes of folic acid deficiency? Number one, there is inadequate intake in case of alcoholics. In case of prolonged cooking, the folic acid is easily destroyed by heat. If it is not absorbed properly, the absorption is not proper in case of tropical sprue or celiac disease. Person is consuming anticonvulsants like phenytoin, etc., which combines and to the folic acid in the diet, in the food, and form a complex. Fourth one is increased demand, as in case of pregnancy and lactation, and the other conditions can be dialysis and treatment, anti-cancer treatment, especially like methotrexate. So what are deficiency manifestations of this folic acid? The first manifestation is megaloblastic anemia. We have seen that folic acid is required for synthesis of C2C8 of purines and thymidine monophosphate. These are required for synthesis of DNA. In case of folic acid deficiency, the DNA is not properly formed, the nucleus is small, cytoplasm is large, the cells are macrocytic. The rapidly dividing cells are most commonly affected, and there occur megaloblast, immature large cells in bone marrow as well as peripheral circulation. The second manifestation of this folic acid deficiency is neural tube defect and spina bifida. It is seen that during pregnancy, the folic acid requirement is increased. This is because there are rapidly dividing cells, and if folic acid deficiency is there in pregnancy, there occur neural tube defects and spina bifida condition to the neonates. Third is there occur increased excretion of formimino-glutamate. As formimino-glutamate is not converted to glutamate, there occur excretion of formimino-glutamate, and if histidine is given, it is called as histidine load test, then there occur excess formimino-glutamate excretion. Also, there occur hyperhomocystinemia. This is because homocysteine cannot be converted into methionine, and hence homocysteine in blood is increased. This hyperhomocystinemia is associated with various cardiovascular risks, and it is considered to be a cardiovascular risk predictor or risk factor. Giving folic acid supplement decreases this hyperhomocystinemia and thereby reduces cardiac risk or risk of heart attacks. Now coming to various folic acid antagonists, and these antagonists are aminopterin and amethopterin, also known as methotrexate. These aminopterin and amethopterin or methotrexate are structural analog of folic acid. They competitively inhibit dihydrofolate reductase and thereby decrease synthesis of purine and TMP. Thereby proliferation or cells or division of cell is prevented, and hence methotrexate is treatment in cancers. Trimethoprim and pyrimethamine. This trimethoprim or Ceftriaxone is antibacterial and pyrimethamine is anti-malarial drug. These are also structural analog of folic acid. They also inhibit dihydrofolate reductase and thereby inhibit bacterial or malarial parasitic growth, and hence they are used in treatment of bacterial infection or malarial infections. And third one is sulfonamide. The sulfonamide is analog of para-aminobenzoic acid. As we have seen in the structure of folic acid, there is para-aminobenzoic acid. Sulfonamide competes for this para-aminobenzoic acid and thereby inhibits synthesis of folic acid. Synthesis of folic acid occurs in bacterial cells, not in human being. We directly consume folic acid in the food. So humans are not affected, but due to this incorporation of para-aminobenzoic acid is inhibited in folic acid with the help of sulfonamide, the bacteria cannot multiply and hence it is bacteriostatic drug.